Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So here I'm back with another busy day in my life. So for tomorrow's breakfast I'm going to prepare chia seeds pudding. So a night before, here I'm going to soak 3 teaspoons of chia seeds with enough milk. And yes, if you don't want to add dairy milk, you can add almond milk, oats milk, any milk of your choice. Give it a good mix and just sweeten it with some maple syrup or honey, whatever you have, and cover it and let it sit into the refrigerator overnight. And I'll see you the next morning. Good morning everyone. So here I have taken out the breakfast out of the refrigerator. So our chia seed pudding has set properly, and here I'm going to add half teaspoon of cinnamon powder into each mason jar along with 1 mashed banana. And yes, if you don't want to add banana, you can add mango, as mangoes are in season. In that case, you can just top up the mango with some coconut flakes, as mango and coconut really go very well with each other. And now just top up with some dried cranberries and dry fruits, and yes, we are good to go. And this breakfast will keep me fuller till my lunch time, and it really helps to lose weight as well. And yes, if you want to add some more sweetness, you can add maple syrup or honey at this moment, or else you can just skip it and just go ahead and enjoy. Now see you in my lunchtime. So in my lunchtime, I'm going to prepare white egg curry. So for which here I have taken 2 onions, 1 green chili and some ginger. And here I have already boiled 5 eggs. And now I'm just going to make puree out of these 3 things. So our puree is ready, and on the other hand I have put the wok on heat. So here I'm going to add just 3 to 4 teaspoons of olive oil into the wok. Now let the oil heat. Once heated, add 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds. Let them splutter. It will take around 10 seconds. And here goes our prepared puree, which we have made out of onion, green chili and ginger. Now saute this mixture till it turns into translucent in color and no raw smell of ginger and onion is there. And it will take around 8 to 9 minutes. So keep stirring so that it doesn't burn. And yes, you can add little salt at this point just to fasten up your cooking process. So here, as you can see, this is almost done, as it has released oil. Yes, it is done. And now is the perfect time to add our dry spices. And yes, we are not going to add turmeric powder, as we don't want our gravy to be in yellow color. So here goes 2 teaspoons of coriander powder along with half teaspoon of black pepper powder and half teaspoon of garam masala, homemade garam masala. Now give it a quick stir. Just make sure that our masala doesn't burn. And here goes around 500 ml of milk. Now keep the flame on high and keep stirring continuously, and soon you will notice our gravy becoming thicker. Now just wait for a boil to come. So a boil has come, and now we will be adding our seasoning, which is salt to taste. So here goes salt to taste. And yes, if you find your gravy little thicker, then you can add some more milk to adjust the consistency as per your choice. But this is the perfect consistency for me. And here goes some more of dry spices. So here I have added some more of black pepper along with some pizza spice mix, which is entirely optional. You can skip it, but it really goes well with the white gravies. So give it a quick stir, and now is the perfect time to add our eggs. So here goes our eggs. And yes, after adding eggs, we are going to cover it and keep the flame on low, and we will cook it further for 2 to 3 minutes, flipping in between. And now cover it and let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes on low heat. And this is how it looks after 2 minutes of cooking. And this is the right time to add our kasuri methi, which is dried fenugreek powder. I'll again cook it for another 1 minute on low heat. And yes, our white egg curry is ready. You can enjoy it with some chapatis, lachha parathas or naan. And believe me guys, this is so delicious that I'm 101% sure that you would love it. And yes, now was the time for some snacks. So I made some rice puff bars. So for which here I'm going to dry roast 2 cups of puffed rice, and once they are done, I'll dry roast 2 teaspoons of sesame seeds as well. So our sesame seeds are also done, and here I have added 2 teaspoons of desi ghee into the same pan, and I'm going to add jaggery powder. So here goes half cup of jaggery powder. Now I'll wait till it melts. Just keep the flame on medium to low heat, and we will wait till it melts. This is such a quick and easy recipe, and I know your kids will just love it, and it's quite healthy as well. And here goes our puffed rice along with sesame seeds. Now mix it well and take it out on a greased tray or plate and cut it into desired shapes as well. Now spread it evenly, and you just need to do it quickly as it hardly takes time to set. So just do it fast, spread it and cut it into desired shapes. And yes, you can prepare it in bulk as it stays fresh for 6 to 7 days if kept in an airtight container. It was still warm. How lovely it came out. I just love them. And yes, and on the other hand, I have also prepared some ragi laddus for some snacks that we will be having for whole week. So here goes 1 cup of peanut into the wok, and here I'm going to dry roast the peanuts. Just keep it stirring so that they doesn't burn. And yes, I have not added any oil or fat into it, just dry roast them. Wipe off the pan and into the same pan add half cup of sesame seeds. Dry roast them on low heat so that they doesn't burn. Once done, take them out. Just take them out and into the same wok, here goes 2 teaspoons of clarified butter, which is desi ghee, and here goes 1 cup of ragi flour, which is nachni flour. This flour is rich in iron and fibers, and yes, if somebody is anemic, I would recommend them to have these laddus, as this will improve their HB level. Just roast this flour well so that no raw smell of ragi flour is there. It will take around 6 to 7 minutes on low heat. Now just take out the shells of peanuts with the help of a cloth. And here into the mixer, here goes the peanuts along with some jaggery powder or jaggery along with the nachni flour. Just grind it to make a fine powder or paste in batches, as my mixer jar is small. And yes, I have also added 2 to 3 cardamoms while making the powder. So here I am going to take out the powder into a container or a plate. So the peanuts and sesame seeds will release their own oil, so we need not have to add some extra oil or any other binding agent. But I was finding my mixture little powdery, so I just added 1 teaspoon of desi ghee, and yes, our healthy laddus are ready, and I'm going to have it and enjoy it for whole week. So for the dinner, here I'm going to prepare a very comfort meal, which is pasta. So into the wok, here goes 3 teaspoons of olive oil along with some finely chopped garlic. Just saute them for few seconds and add roughly chopped onions. And we need to saute these onions on high for 2 minutes, as we want the crunch to remain as such. And this is the pasta that I am using in this recipe, and I have pre-boiled it as per the instructions given on the pack. And yes, here goes roughly chopped capsicum along with sweet corns into the wok. Now again saute them for 4 to 5 minutes on high flame. Add salt to taste along with some black pepper powder, and of course you can add some pizza spice mix, but I didn't have. And yes, you can add if you have, that is entirely optional. Now cook on high flame, and this is the perfect time to add milk. So here I have added half liter of milk, which is 500 ml of milk, and on the other hand, here I have dissolved 2 teaspoons of corn flour into some cold milk. That too goes into the milk, as this will thicken our sauce. So our sauce is ready. Now is the perfect time to add our pre-boiled pasta. So here goes the pasta. Now just coat the pasta well with the sauce that we have prepared. And yes, you can add some other veggies. I didn't have more of veggies. And here you can add broccoli, mushroom or carrots as well. Just be experimental and add as many vegetables as you want. Now just give it a thorough mix and add some mozzarella cheese over the top. Give it a quick stir. Now just cover it and let it cook for a minute with the lid on low heat. And yes, our cheesy pasta is ready, and I'm gonna have it with some watermelon juice. You can enjoy it with your favorite drink. Just top up with some basil leaves over the top, and yes, we are good to go. So our dinner is ready, and until my next video, you guys take care, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. And yes, if you are new to my channel, then please like, subscribe and share my channel. Until my next video, enjoy. And thank you so much for watching my video.